Okay, so I don't have a lot to say, but 50 years is a long time. I remember when my grandpa and grandma, Gladys and Arnold, your parents, were married 40 years, and they had a buffet, so I imagine there's something like that, but they were married 40 years, and Gladys and Arnold didn't make it to 50. So I thought, man, that's the pinnacle. But, of course, people do make it to 50 and beyond. So congratulations. I just wanted to say, a couple things about each of you. So Mom put in the sacrifice and moved from New Jersey to Michigan to be with my dad. And so all of her family's over 800 miles away. Now we did visit about every summer, and I love New Jersey. And all of you here have taken my mom in, and she's become friends with all of you, so thank you for that. But that shows the love, that the sacrifice of moving from everyone you know and coming to a strange state. And just the other, I was thinking, on the radio coming down here, my wife Amy was playing songs, and Alexis likes songs. I let them play the music they want. I don't listen to the music I want, but I thought, well, Dad always, when he's listening on the radio or watching sports on TV, Mom lets him do it. So maybe I've learned from you, let Amy listen to the songs, and it's okay. One thing I want to say about my dad was, one thing I noticed when we were probably about 14, I was 14, my brother a little older, we went to Indiana, and I think we visited one of your Army friends, Les Thrall. Remember that?
I'll never forget it, yeah.
And we were going to go and see another one of his friends who lived in Kentucky, so we stayed the night at Les Thrall's house in Indiana, slept on the floor, and then we were going to Kentucky, and we had gone about 60 miles towards Kentucky, and I remember my dad said, I miss Beverly. I want to go home, and even though we'd gone this far, we all said, yeah, we want to go home and see Mom. So I remember that you loved your wife, and you wanted to go home despite your Army buddies and all your friends. A final story I have is both of you together. When I was probably 3 or 4 years old, and I was upstairs, and AJ and you were kind of picking on me. I was in bed, and you were putting me in the blanket and tossing me up and down. It was a fun game for you. And I didn't like it that much. And finally, when you were done, you let me down. Okay, we're done, and you both had a good laugh. Do you remember?
If that's when you kicked me out.
So I thought, I'm going to playfully kick my dad.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So I playfully tried to kick him in the stomach, and I kicked him in the glasses. They shattered and broke. Now, my dad used to have a real temper. I think Mom has soothed them since then. So the glasses broke, went all over the floor, and he was so angry. He says, you broke my glasses, you broke my glasses. And kind of shook the covers that I was in again and left. And I was bawling because I said, oh man, I made my dad angry. I didn't mean to kick him in the stomach. It was about 2 minutes later when I heard footsteps coming up the stairs. I said, it's Dad, he's going to kill me. But it was Mom. And she came and she said, give me your hand. She said, let's go downstairs and see Dad. I said, no. She said, it'll be okay, let's go. So we went downstairs, and I remember went to the dresser in the bedroom, and my dad was there. He said, I can't see with my glasses. I said, I know, he's not going to be able to do anything for the rest of his life. But he told me, he said, Greg, I've got a spare pair of glasses. I can't see. Can you reach in there and find the container that they're in? And so I reached it. Of course he could have found them. But now I realize that. So I thought I was helping, and I grabbed it, and I found it. He said, well, thank you. And hugged. And I could think that, man, now I was bad, but he turned it out into me helping him do something. And I think I don't know what happened when Dad went downstairs angry, but I think Mom soothed them and they kind of made a plan. But I still remember that to this day. Probably never really talked about it, but we knew it happened. So that's the sort of thing that gets you through 50 years of marriage, is working together. Everyone has issues where, you get on someone's nerves every day. But you learn that it's a covenant and you're gonna work together, and that's how you get 50 years of marriage. So congratulations, and thank you, love you. Hopefully another 25 more.
Yay.